Hey everybody, welcome to the 8th episode of California Wine TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Scott Sheldon. It's a pleasure to be here. So for episode 8, we got 2 Chardonnays that we're going to do for you. Some people were wondering, do we ever taste white wine on this show? We do. I do have a personal preference for red wine, I must admit, but we got to get into both of them. And part of doing this show, I hope to expand my love and appreciation for white wine as well. So that being said. Chardonnay, let's talk about the origin. 1100s, was first cultivated in Burgundy. It's in the eastern region of France. It's the primary grape used in Chablis and some of the other iconic white wines of the Burgundy region. It's also widely used in champagne and sparkling wines. Other fact, it's the second most planted grape in the world. The first most planted grape would be Irene in Spain, the grape called Irene, and it's another white wine varietal. Chardonnay is planted in more different areas of the world than any other grape. Only Cabernet Sauvignon, I think, is second to that. And in this country, basically, this guy, Charles Wendt, he was working for the Charles Krug winery, and then he started his own winery here, and then he went back to France, and he brought back these cuttings from Chardonnay vines from the Montpellier Agricultural Department, brought them back here, in the 30s, and then after Prohibition, growers started planting these clones, these cuttings, and started growing these Chardonnays, and that's how it got started. And one of the things that really popularized it was Robert Mondavi in the 60s started making real high quality varietal wines, one of them being Chardonnay, and several other winemakers kind of got on this bandwagon because the wines that Mondavi was doing, they were selling well, getting good praise, and so that's kind of how that movement started with single varietal wines. Before, it was more of like table wines, more blends. So that's how that happened. So if you ever hear someone say like, oh, that's like a Wendt clone, it means it's a descendant. Those vines are a descendant of those original cuttings that Wendt brought back over from France and then planted in the 40s. So the first one we're doing today is Cambria, Catherine's Vineyard 2007 Chardonnay. Give you the extra stretch on that. The super zoom. Bring it back. And I gotta say, I drink their Pinot Noir all the time. I love their Pinot Noir from the Julia's Vineyard. I haven't had this Catherine's Vineyard. I think they're named after the winemaker's daughters, the different vineyards. And they're located about 15, 16 miles away from the ocean, Pacific Ocean. So they get great fog rolls in, and you got these breezes that come in every afternoon, cool things down. It's a great place to grow Chardonnay or Pinot Noir also, for that matter. So, estate grown in bottle. Let's check it out. One wine glass today. Gonna have to share. That's all right. A little more in there. This bright golden, kind of straw yellow color. See that? Very clear and bright. Got that bright green apple smell, citrus, a little bit of lime. Let's stir it. A little vanilla, caramely smell going on too. Typical Chardonnay aromas. And let's give it a taste. Got some mineral characteristics, a little stony, if you would say, a little flint. A lot of citrus and apple again on the palate. Not balanced though, and a little flat, not much going on. Got a little fruit, hits you on the front end, Just give it another shot. Yeah, very nice fruit on the front end with the apples that you have going, but very balanced as it starts getting to that mid palate, and then it's just a little bitter and flat when it all ends up and it's all said and done. So not spectacular. I think this one, is about $22. Not impressed really. Let's do a little quick rinse here. Okay, so the second one we have comes from Rusack. I've not had any of their wines before. Let's give it a close-up. Santa Barbara County. Grapes were sourced from two different areas, Santa Maria Valley and also the Santa Rita Hills area, one of my favorite Pinot Noir areas. Tiny bit, it's a little bit cloudy, not quite as bright golden as the other one. Probably can't see what I'm referring to in terms of the cloudiness. It's just very faint. Very bright nose. Again, the Fuji or green apple, lime, orange, peach on the nose. Let's wake it up a little bit. Yeah, very nice bright nose. Nice, I like it. Let's give it a taste. Oh, that's really nice. Great powerful fruit on the front end, which extends to the mid palate, and then towards the end you have this great lemon curd thing that kicks in, and real bright acidity throughout that really just kind of wakes you up. It's one of the things I have to say that I don't like about some of the Chardonnays and I've had. Sometimes they're just a little too flat for me, a little too heavy and buttery. I like something with a little more minerality that kind of wakes you up. This definitely has it. Because the styles can vary with California Chardonnays, and you have to find what kind of appeals to everyone. Some have more of a tropical fruit sensation. Some are more oaky and heavy, buttery. Some are more brighter, have more of that minerality to them. This is great. I like it a lot. Let's score them up. The Cambria, let's do, I would say 82 points on this one. Both, they're in the $20-$25 range. This one I'd go, I would say 85 on this. I really like this wine. It's a good one. Food pairings, shellfish, shrimp, it's always great. Anything with a butter sauce. Chicken is fabulous to go with the Chardonnay. And cheese, gotta have some cheese. So we've got two different cheeses we're going to do. One is a goat brie, and the other one is a Kerrygold Irish cheddar. Why don't we start with the brie? This is if you haven't had brie before, it's kind of a creamy, almost like a consistency of like a butter or a cream cheese. So it's obviously better to throw on a cracker most times. What you do with it on your own, let's not talk about it. It's nice. Wow, a little stronger than I thought it would be. Just want to let it cover the palate. It's pretty good. I think the cheese is a little overpowering. A little overpowering for this wine.